What's up, everybody? I'm Jeff, and this is GIS Chops. I thought I'd do a video about great gift ideas for geographers or GIS folks. If you're not one of those folks, then somebody's given you this link and is hoping you'll pick up on a hint, or you've done a search and found this video. But I hope it's helpful for you and you can get something really cool for your geographer this year. A little disclaimer here, I do have affiliate links in the description, so if you use those links and purchase things from Amazon, I will get a small commission from those sales. I mean, really small, but if you want to help out the channel, please use those links and purchase those items down there. Here we go. First thing is Maphead. I don't know if you've read this book. We're going to go with a book. It's called Maphead. Ken Jennings, he was the champion, like he's the all-time champion of Jeopardy. He won millions of dollars on Jeopardy, and now he's actually the host, I believe, taking Alex Trebek's place. May he rest in peace. So this book, I got this from the library just to see what it's like, and it's actually really good. It's funny. I wish I might buy it myself. It's a good book, well written. Ken is funny. He has a lot of cool stuff, like he talks about an island on an island on an island on I don't know how many levels it goes, but it's like maybe 3 levels of islands on islands on islands. So it's really cool. It's a funny book. He's really funny. I'm going to recommend you get it in hardcover or paperback because on Kindle, I read on my phone, and so I can't really see the images and the maps very well on Kindle, and you can't see them at all on audiobook. So, I mean, to get the best benefit, get it in hardcover or paperback. Here's one thing that I thought was really cool, and I didn't notice this when I had the book, was this legend here is the subtitle. It's called Maphead, Charting the Wide Weird World of Geography Walks. So that's pretty cool. Next, we're going to talk about coffee table books. I've been given a few of these over the years, and I've really enjoyed them. They sit on our coffee table, and people browse through them, and I browse through them. I think my favorite is this one. It's called Overview by Benjamin Grant. It's really cool. It's pretty much aerial imagery, satellite imagery and aerial imagery. So it's, I mean, it has little blurbs about each location, but my favorite, I think, is this one here this one. This is in Abu Dhabi. I'm one of those people who've gotten into F1 with the advent of Drive to Survive on Netflix. But this is an amusement park called Ferrari Land in Abu Dhabi. I think it's has the biggest indoor roller coaster in the world. Maybe it's the biggest amusement park in the world. Let's see. Largest indoor theme park in the world. And it contains Formula Rossa, the world's fastest roller coaster. So that's kind of cool. I thought that was pretty awesome. Anyway, full of great pictures, cool imagery. So that's Overview. Next one I got, this one is called Nowhere Lands. It's kind of an interesting little book. It goes through and talks about places that don't exist anymore, countries that don't exist. So it gives you a little map of the place, talks about the people who lived there, how it came about and why it disappeared. Also has their stamps. Pretty cool book. And then this one is actually kind of a series of books. Do you remember these DK books? I didn't have them as a kid, but I got them for my kids. Like, they loved the knights that had pictures of armor and swords. They loved that. But this is DK and the Smithsonian, but it's history of the world map by map, and it's really, really quite cool. And ask me if I've read the whole thing. I have not, but it's a really cool book with lots of maps. And there's actually a series put out by them. So that's not it. So there's this series put out by DK and Smithsonian, World War II map by map, city maps, and then battles map by map. There's there's a lot of cool ones, and I'll have a link down in the description for this series. Now we'll move on from books to cool map items. And this one is inexpensive, but really still really cool. And it's, if they have it at work or at home, it's just super cool. This is a desk pad. So it goes under your keyboard and your mouse, and has topographic lines on it. It's kind of cool, and it makes it really nice. Gives you plenty of mouse space for your mouse. I don't know if you're like me, and the little square mouse pads just aren't enough. So this is the big one. Put your keyboard and your mouse under it. And they come in different colors and sizes. Make sure you get the desk size, but they come in different colors. Some of them I don't like as much. This one is really cool, but there's one I saw. This one, I didn't like this one. It's more like a Rorschach test. It's symmetrical, and that doesn't exist in the world. So I don't know if any of these exist in the world, but this one has different colors in it, and you can get, like, I have a white desk, so I got the black, but if you have a black desk, it might be better to get the white, but then that's going to show the dirt. I don't know if you can tell, but which end my mouse, I use my mouse in this area, and this area looks pretty scuffed. Next thing we're going to talk about is a mouse. So you may not think that this is a big deal for people who do GIS, but it actually is, because I did a video on this mouse that I got. It has a ton of buttons that you can program, make your life or their lives more efficient. Watch to the end of the video, and I'll have a link to my mouse programming videos for you. So a mouse, this costs $37. I have the wired version. I'm not a fan of wireless because sometimes they get out of sync, or you have to sync them up all the time. So I don't mind the wire. It's very durable wire. It's braided, has a braided case around it. So it's the wireless mouse is around $80, and this is only $40. Next thing I'm going to talk about are games. Our family, my wife and I and our kids, we love to play games, board games, card games, whatever. We like to get together and we play these games, and a lot of them are map based, and I'm going to show you some of the coolest map-based games that I have. This first one is called Cartographers. It won, oh no, I think it was runner-up for Game of the Year, the German Game of the Year, Spiel des Jahres. This one is really fun to do in a group. It says you can play with 1 to 100 people. It's unlimited by how many people you can play. So you can play as many people as you want. I think it says 1 to 100 because there's only 100 sheets in the thing they give you. We've had a lot of fun with this one. One thing that's great about it is you can get a little creative. Gives you these little sheets, and then you flip a card, and you draw that shape in the terrain type, like homes. The red is the homes, the blue is the water, yellow is, and you can get really, I don't know, this is my wife's. She's much more creative than I am. But like she draws in the trees, and you can even draw a shield, and you have your name, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Scoring, you don't know who's going to win until the very end, really. But it's really fun, very creative. We laugh and we talk quite a bit while we're playing that game. So that's a good, fun game. And it's called Cartographers, so that's really cool. This next one, I am surprised how much fun we have with this one. It's called Carcassonne. It's named after a French village or a French area that had lots of castles and farmland. But it's tile selecting, and then you place your tile, and then you place workers based on what you place, and then score points on how efficient those workers are, how big your castle is, whatever the case may be. It's really fun, pretty quick. You can play that one in probably half an hour or so. Settlers of Catan. This one, we were obsessed with this one in the early 2000s. Settlers of Catan is really fun because it's different every time. The map is different every time. The numbers are different. It's a resource collection, and you gain points by how much you can build. This one is fun. We were really obsessed with this. Still are. We actually play the Cities and Knights extension, which makes it even more fun. I mean, if you've watched Parks and Rec and you've seen the Cones of Dunshire, how they describe that as intricately or punishingly intricate is how they say it. Cities and Knights is kind of that way. It has a lot of different ways to score, so it's fun. Now, this next one is a bit expensive, but right now my wife and I and two of our boys are pretty obsessed with this. We play this one. It's called Terraforming Mars. This is, I mean, we play this thing and I'm thinking about it for hours later, like what should I have done to win? Or I just bask in the glory of my win. So terraforming Mars, you have a map of Mars and you put tiles and you play cards that do certain things. Really fun. Really fun. I would recommend playing it with somebody who's played it before, because it's kind of hard to learn on your own. We found out we were playing it wrong in some aspects for quite a while until we played with somebody else or we reread the rules. So Terraforming Mars, that one's a lot of fun. And then this one I got last year. My kids gave it to me for Father's Day, or actually this year. This one's called Dorfromantik, and I think this one was an app on your digital devices that you would build a map. You had missions to accomplish and one of those unlock levels and unlock things. Well, the game is the same. You have little boxes and it's cooperative. So you're not competing against anybody. You get together and you're cooperating to unlock these boxes and score certain levels. This one's a lot of fun. We haven't played a lot of it yet because you have to get the same group of people together every time. But you can play this solo or 1 to 6 players. So, and this one's pretty quick too, like half an hour to an hour, depending on how experienced you are. But it's fun. We like this one too. You place tiles just like Carcassonne, but these are hex tiles instead. Really cool game. Another cool gift idea for geographers would be an antique map. There's map shops all over the place. We saw one in Bath on the bridge, in those little shops on the bridge in Bath, England. There are also plenty of online sources that you can buy these antique maps through. Another gift idea is a globe, buying a globe for somebody. This is a page on Amazon. I just searched for Earth globes for adults. That's what I searched for. And it has a bunch of different types of globes. I don't know about you, but I tend to stay away from these sponsored links. I've never had good luck with those. I feel like if you're having to sponsor them, then maybe your product's not that great. So here are these different types of globes. I'm going to point out a couple that you should stay away from. Don't get these magnetic levitation globes. I got one as a drawing prize early in my YouTube career, and it actually didn't work very well. Broke soon after we put it up. So stay away from those, especially at the price tag of 40 or 30 bucks. Not worth it. But there are some really cool globes in here with lots of price ranges. So a globe is really cool. And this last one I saved for last because it's really, really pricey. It's these MOVA globes. I don't know if you've done the cartography MOOC from Esri, the training about cartography. They had lectures or discussions with the panel, and in the background was this globe, and it would sit there and spin, and it looked like it was this free-floating globe. It's inside of I don't know what kind of a shell it has, but then the globe sits there and spins, and it's light activated. They're really cool globes. Uh, MOVA has different varieties. They even have planets. Um, just a really cool globe. Some are like, if you come to their homepage, they have the 6-inch globe, I believe, is like 300 something, and the 4.5-inch globe is two something. So if you're looking for a high dollar item, maybe that's something to consider because those globes are really cool. Those are all the ideas I had or had time for. So appreciate you sticking around here to the end. And if you're a geographer or GIS person, be sure to like and subscribe and share this channel with your friends. And if you're a family member of somebody who's into that, appreciate you sticking around. And good luck getting a gift for your geographer. We'll see you next time. Be kind out there. We actually play the Cities and Knights version. Alexa, shut up. An app game.